Wow, that was some cake.
Oh man, we'll be eating that for a while.
Yeah.
Next time I'll have a slightly smaller piece though.
Yeah. Did Tara hear about this wonderful
Oh
cake?
yes.
What did she say? You didn't vote. You were too drunk and passed out.
Yeah. How come I can't come? Oh, well.
Yeah. Did she ever mail in her form to that club?
What club?
Rodents and
Probably not.
all kinds of perks and benefits.
Oh, you got on tap for the week.
Oh God, I got to juggle. Like I said, I got to juggle tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I remember you told me that.
That's a bitch. And then like I'm dealing with, I don't know, traffic. But the people at the airport are flexible. Oh, did I have to tell you what I got to do in Florida?
What?
Oh God. So she says, all right, we'll leave on the 22nd of November. Fine. I have nothing going on that day or the few days before that I know of. That's it. And then I notify everybody I'm going to Florida for a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, whatever. And then I'll be back, like that, December 20th, give or take. But I'll be gone, for a few weeks. That's it. Now, this is what? September, October. Maybe October. Maybe like beginning, middle of October. Beginning of October. So now, of course, I get phone calls in between, and if I get anything, oh, can you do something on the 20th? No, I cannot do the 22nd. That's when I'm going to Florida. It's off the table. And then, of course, I had to turn down a couple of Thanksgiving airport rides coming and going, so I can bring you down Sunday or Monday. But after that, I'm gone. And then I call the regulars. Next thing you know, well, can we go down the 17th? No, I got pickups. And then she did say, well, why don't we leave on Sunday? You said the 22nd. Then she pushed it back to the 21st. Oh my God. I was like, fine. Then I get another phone call trying some other date. Now, finally, I'm down in Virginia, and I get the phone call again. Well, can we leave on the 17th? I said, I have pickups. We got to stick. And then she finally put it on the 21st, is what she did to me about like 2 or 3 weeks later, after I already got a phone call. And the phone call is pick up 2 people from the airport the morning of the 21st, after she had already set the date of the 22nd. I said, oh, shit. So now I'm trying to rack my brain. Their flight comes in 8:30 in the morning. She wants to leave at 9. So my last-ditch attempt with this is I'm going to say, can I come over to your house? We'll visit for a little while. I'm going to bring my little overnight bag or whatever, a little piece of luggage that's going down there, and I'm going to try to talk her into leaving an hour or 2 later, because she's leaving right at 9 o'clock in the morning on a Monday. It's not exactly conducive for driving for traffic, but her trip, her car. And then she calls me up again when we're down in Virginia. Well, can we go on the 17th? I'm like, well, you keep changing all these dates. Are you going to back on? I'm saying, excuse me, you're the one who keeps changing all the dates. And that's what I felt like saying. I said, no. I said the 21st. And she's like, all right, well, you're not going to renege on me, or you're going to be late. I go, no. What time? I said, what time do you want to leave? 9 o'clock. Then I'll be there at 9 o'clock. All right, good. I'll see you at 9 o'clock. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Okay, this is the one that's supposed to be sending me the car. The one that got the house flooded. I'm just like, damn. However, the other 2 that I'm picking up, they're real cheapies. They're real cheapies, and they're so I'm gonna have to stiff them. Tell an emergency came up. There's gonna be a family emergency that nobody knows about come Saturday night. I want to say, because what if something really did happen and I had to go to Florida? What am I gonna do?
Yep.
And I hate to do that, but it's not anybody of great importance. I know that's fouled up, but already they took me down on the price, and then her and her friend are flying back the same day. So I'm lucky I'm getting $60 for this.
Oh God.
Yeah. So I of my usual fee, that's a little considerably more than that. So fine. My last ditch hope with this is if I'm waiting down in LaGuardia and that flight comes in, by the time they get off, I get them in the car, I would be 2 hours late. I'd be showing up 11:30 to what's-her-face's house, and then, but I'm not going to do that unless I go over there and I say, maybe we could leave at like 10:30, 11. I'll slip it in, and she's like, no, fine, we'll leave at 9, and that's it. And then whatever. Got to keep her happy. That's why I like the woman to, Thursday night, play change-up on me tomorrow. Pick me up at, 2, and I was like, wait a minute. Damn, So then I said, I pushed her back to 1. Well, I don't get to see 3-4 times. I said, look, I have other pickups. This is what I told her. I said, all right, fine, 1 o'clock is fine. I'm going to be pulling in about 12:30, 1:45, and getting her in the car. Let's go.
Yeah.
Then dump her off, push her out of the car, and then I got to hurry up and get down to LaGuardia to get these other 2. So like I said, we'll see. And I already texted them, and they said, our flight is at 3:30, and I said, I may be 15 or 20 minutes late, maybe, but I will be there. Exclamation point. And they said, no problem. I'm like, thank you. We'll go from there. That's why I never overlapped like that. I never did. Yeah, I literally almost got something every day. Almost something every day, right until the end.
Typical holiday season.
And I don't even know. Oh, and then luckily I got lucky on this one. So my biggest customer over in 300 was mumbling about going up to Massachusetts on Thanksgiving. And she said, nope, Christmas, nope, no Christmas, no such thing. I'm not going up there. 50 fucking people are coming from all over the country. And relatives, aunts, uncles, grandkids. And there's going to be all these people up there for like 10 days. There's going to be a whole extravaganza going on. I don't want nothing to do with that. She goes, but I wouldn't mind going up for Thanksgiving. And I go, trouble with that. Then I told her, I said, I'm leaving to take somebody down to Florida. She goes, oh. I said, but here's the but though. I don't have to stay down there. I can come right back. For her, I would actually come back for the money she pays. And I'm thinking about it, and I'm going, So I said, when do you want to go up there? And she said, this is not halfway up to Hart. This is all the way up to Massachusetts. So I said, I can come back Wednesday night. I can pick you up Thursday morning, and I can take you up and bring you back Sunday if you really need to. I said, and I didn't tell her she's the only one I do this for. But I said I could do that. She's like, well, I haven't confirmed. I don't know what I'm doing yet up there, but I'll let you know. She said, aren't you going to go down and visit your... I said, I said, if you need a ride up there, I said, it's the holidays. I said, I see my parents all the time, which I don't. Then finally, she calls me back. And guess what she's going to do? I said, I'm not going to go up for Thanksgiving. The traffic stinks too much. However, if you're going to be around for Christmas, I would love for you to take me. I said, what about all... I said, you know what? She said, I gave it a second thought, and I said, you know what? I said, these are people coming from Ohio and all over Virginia and Maine, and they were coming from all over. So I said, you know what? I'll suck it up for about 3 or 4 days, 5 days, and then if it's too much, I'll call. I said, then you know what? I'll bring you up. You want me to come pick you? You said I'll come pick you up, and I'm going round trip with that one. So I said, fine. So that worked out. A lot of busy, which is good.
Yep.
Yeah, just a lot of juggling stuff.
Well, the waste oil heater is temporarily operational again. So all day yesterday working on the fucking thing. Good, because I got a good supply of oil to get rid of.
So you had dirty oil from an oil change, you put it in there and burn it?
Oh yeah.
Plus wood?
Yeah, well I only usually burn wood when the oil burner shits to bed.
Oh, okay.
So, because I don't have that much wood. And a lot of what I do have is green, which isn't good. Because 2 years ago I did have to burn wood, and I burned a lot of it.
Get a magnet and get the nails out.
Oh, that comes out with the ash. That's all right.
No.
You know, what happened is with the cleanup I had a large amount of oil out of all those 668 vehicles, produced quite a bit of oil, some of which I did use last winter, but I still have a large surplus left over. Plus, we get oil from Frank Thomas up the road, and he gave us oil in the fall. I'm sorry, in the spring. So I got 270 gallons of oil on the fucking oil truck and the tank in there. And now he just called, he has another fucking 270 gallons. So I can't pick it up until the fucking tank is empty in the truck. I can't empty that tank until the tank at the shop is empty. So we're bringing 55-gallon drums up to him for now. I'll have to drain them out later. This is like the first actual cold day we've had. We've had some nippy nights and shit, yeah, but today was a little bit on the cold side.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So we got the stove fixed just in time. The stove needs replacing is what it needs, but you know, it's definitely reached its life expectancy, and beyond that, there are cracks, warp parts, things like that. Needs replacing, but a new stove is like $4,200 or something like that with everything. Even a refurbished used one is still $2,500. And the old man would prefer to buy it just new and not go with the used one. You're gonna spend that much fucking money, you might as well just go a little more and get the new one.
Lights. We got pulled over up there. See that?
Yep.
So now, how long are the campaign signs going to be up before people take them down?
I don't know.
You always see these signs, like even for like local elections, and then they're up for like forever.
The campaigns are supposed to take them down. Whether they actually end up doing it or not, how long it takes, I don't know. Just getting started.
Oh yeah, well, like I said, you got the riots now.
Not that. Shit. I'm talking about when he gets into office.
Oh,
for real. I mean, you know, when he takes the oath and he's the actual president, then you're gonna see some things going on.
I can't wait to hear about those idiots on Twitter. If the FBI gonna hunt them down?
Oh yes, they will. They take that. But it's not the FBI hunting them. Secret Service is hunting them.
Oh.
They made a threat against the president-elect. Technically, there really is no difference between the president-elect and the president.
Same
either
thing,
one, yeah. In the eyes of that.
I wonder who they were. College idiots.
Doesn't matter. They'll hunt them down. That's what they do, and it is a felony. And what do they think they're going to accomplish? You know, if they manage to get to Trump, that still leaves Mike Pence, who is a fairly hardline conservative himself. In fact, you know, they're likely to get less from Pence than they would from Trump. The left side, anyway. He's less likely to be inclined to be charitable towards transgender people or homosexuals or anything like that. Trump, on the other hand, is a New Yorker. He's used to dealing. He's from the city. He's used to dealing with people like that. He doesn't have a thing about him. You know, he's a casino guy. He's seen it all. He's heard it all.
I remember going there to those casinos in '90, right before the ship pulled out. Yeah, early 1990. When the hell we pulled out March.
Yeah.
So it was early 89. I remember that. Oh no, early 90. Dad drove down in that red van. That was my uncle's old van.
We just have to hope that Trump has an actual plan.
I think he does.
I don't think he does, Scott. I think he's winging it. I think that's what he does best. I think he does winging it pretty much.
You know, he'll be in there with advisors.
Because I don't think he ever really expected this to happen.
Yeah?
Not at the start. It's not his first time he's gotten involved in a presidential election. But this time, instead of, him dropping out early and just being like sort of a sideshow, doing it for the publicity, so to speak.
Gave it everything he had.
Not that, is that all of a sudden people took him seriously. And I don't think he was really, especially at first, I don't think he was really expecting that. But once he realized it was happening, he rolled with it.
I wonder what he thought that on Tuesday night, what he was thinking as the hours were going by.
I don't know. Oh, well, he knew. His insiders were telling him he had it, but I don't think at the very start, way back when a year ago when all this got going, all of a sudden, he's gone from being another publicity hound, fringe candidate type deal, part of the show. All of a sudden, he's a major player. Well, all of a sudden, he's given the big time guys a run for their money. The guys that are supposed to be leading the pack, like Cruz and Rubio, all those, he's given them a run for their money.
Who was the one that wouldn't give up there at the end? Was that Ted Cruz? Or?
That was Cruz.
Cruz, yeah. So now where's he at now?
Back in Texas. But, I don't think those guys expected that to happen. I don't think he expected that to happen. Because it came out of the blue. And all of a sudden, he's debating. He's on the debates and everything. And then he's winning. And then he's got the primary, He's the candidate.
All throughout the whole year, it was like Jane fought him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not nobody. I'm going. Don't be so surprised. And even I was saying this much I was right on between these two. I said that's who it's going to be between. Oh, pathetic. Yeah.
I'm sure they've been scrambling to get together a plan. And they're never, ever going to admit that they didn't have one, but I suspect that's what it is. I think this, at the start, was just Donald Trump keeping his name out there, running a publicity thing going on. And I don't think he ever expected this to explode like this. Nobody did. Nobody. But this was his year. And he's the right guy in the right place at the right time.
Still can't believe that she's been knocked off. I can't.
Yes.
I still can't.
There's an air of unreality about it.
Yeah.
And just, it's like being on death row and finding out all of a sudden, we found new evidence. You can go.
Yeah, it hasn't hit you
You're
yet.
free to go.
It's like you won the lottery. You just says, gee, did I really win $10 million? He really hasn't hit me yet. No, it has. But, man.
Everything's done an about face. We're all staring into 4 years of constant battling with these people over every fucking right we have. And the further crumbling of the country and everything around it.
The thing that made me the sickest was Obama, campaigning. Don't vote for this man.
Obama has no choice. You've got to remember, he is not his own man. You don't get to be president of the United States before the age of 60 without being put there by some very powerful and influential forces out there. All right? He was a nothing from Chicago, a political agitator, a congressman, a senator from Chicago. Who cares? No one knew his name. All of a sudden, he's in the White House. That's because people like George Soros and other major power brokers in the Democratic Party put him there. He owes them everything. If he wants to make money when he gets out of office, he's got to play the party game. Or he's done. He'll have to retire somewhere and try to live off whatever his presidential pension is and what he can get off his memoirs. But you play the game with the party, you get speaking engagements that you're paid for, everything else. You get to be the elder statesman one day, you know, the ex-president. That's what he's looking at. So when they came to him and said, you know, he hates Hillary Clinton, everybody knows that. Bitterness from the fucking election, last election. They went to him and said, this is what's going to happen. You know? She's the heir apparent, the appointee. She's the one. You're going to go out there, you're going to smile, you're going to kiss her, you're going to hug her. You're going to say nice things about her anywhere and everywhere. And keep on fucking doing it right to the very end or until we tell you to stop. Yeah, he is a bought and paid for president. He's not his own guy. Trump, on the other hand, is anything but. He is definitely his own guy, and they cannot fucking buy this guy. That's why they are so fucking scared of him. He's a loose cannon they cannot control.
Pink slips.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
He doesn't have any problem saying you're fired.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, man.
You know, other men have gotten to be president, but they had power of their own. They were older, they were more entrenched in the system. You know, they weren't so dependent on somebody else to help them up the ladder. But Obama, no. Hillary Clinton is another one. You know, she is powerful enough to be her own, do what the hell she wants to do. Which is how she got the nomination in the first place. Because she was never the ideal fucking candidate, not in anybody's eyes except her own. I mean, look who they put against her, Bernie Sanders. You know, come on, you know, nobody's going to elect an avowed socialist and communist to the presidency. Even if he got the nomination, you'd be guaranteed loss to Democrats. But what they really wanted was Hillary Clinton in there. Hillary Clinton wanted in there as the opponent because that would guarantee her the slot. And they did everything possible to manage him and control him, which they did very effectively. But their game did not go to plan. And now she's got to find a job. Or just fucking retire and be quiet somewhere.
Or go to jail.
Or that too, yes.
How long would it take do you think, for them to launch the final investigation?
That depends on President Trump. Or maybe Obama will decide to have his last revenge and tell Comey to go ahead. Proceed with the investigation. Let's see what emails they suddenly find.
Yeah.
The Russians have all but insinuated that they have access to some of the missing emails, that they could possibly find them or help recover them.
So what does Russia think now that Trump is going to be the president?
They're happy. They know they can deal with him. They couldn't deal with Obama. You know, the Russians have an odd perception of African Americans. They don't understand. For some reason, they think of them like from 1930s movies and shit. Bunch of clowns, idiots, and fools. So it's not wise.
Sambo.
Yes, exactly. It is not wise to have the Russians dealing with a black man, you know, because they just don't respect him. And they never respected Obama. They never took him seriously. And Obama sided with the Ukrainians against them when they took back, you know, what do you call it? Shit. God damn it. What port did they take back? Crimea. When they took back, you know, that Sevastopol. They took it all back. Now, frankly, I don't have a hell of a lot of sympathy for the Ukrainians. I know during the war they sided with the fucking Nazis and proceeded to help the Nazis murder millions of their own people. You know, I have a very hard time being sympathetic to people like that. And from what I understand, they really haven't changed that much. But we need to maintain good relations with Russia, especially now when we both have a common enemy, which is ISIS. I see no need why we need to be proceeding down the path of the Cold War again. Neither country has the money to support that kind of shit, and it only makes China stronger. And it's very possible Trump may decide to have some countries start paying us for the investment we put in their security. South Korea and Japan, to start with. You know, we spent billions of dollars over there defending these countries, and they're not giving anything back for that. You know? All things for President Trump to consider, you know, when he gets the ball rolling.
I think he'll do the right thing. I know he'll do the right
Well, he'll
thing.
try at least. I just don't know how much Congress will work with him.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's not him I know he will try. I know that. I just don't believe that Congress is going to be willing to work with him on everything.
Yeah.
And he's going to have to pick his fights eventually. He'll learn to do that because, you know, some things are just a losing proposition. They sounded great on the election stump, but in reality, they're like the wall, for instance, fairly pointless.
Yeah.
You will employ some people for a while, but that's temporary at best.
Oh, geez, I forgot to give Mike money for all the steaks and shit.
I did too. Shit.
Damn.
Well, he ain't going anywhere, Scott.
Yeah. I know. He knows where we live. Gee, bright moon.
Yep.
lights of all the leaves down.
Yeah.
Again, very odd seeing this. About this weekend, but
Yeah, well, we'll see.
we'll see. But this will be my one before I go to Florida anyway. So, but yeah, I should be out. He's not leaving until Monday morning. So,
Alrighty, until next weekend then. That's unusual. There are post office trucks over there. Generally, they don't allow them to stay out of the post office lot overnight. I thought that was the rule anyway.
sounds like it would be true, but I don't know.